If you enjoy sewing, are fascinated by different kinds of fashion, or dream of making a costume as cool as this, then you're in the right place. I'm Beth Kaler, a stage management intern here at Portland Stage. Welcome to your introduction to costumes. Like most other production areas, I'm going to break costumes down into two categories. The first is costume designers. The second is everyone who works here in the costume shop, which I'll cover with the catch-all word, costumers. Two very different terms that aren't confusing at all.
The designer reads the script, talks to the director, they decide when they want to set the show, and what kind of concepts they want to put on it, and then the designer makes sketches.
Once their designs are complete, they hand these kinds of images over to the costumers, the staff members that work on all the shows, so they can start putting the costumes together. They don't typically work for a theater. They're freelancers who sign on for one show at a time. Designers are on hand during tech to make any last-minute changes, but once the show opens, they're done. Costumers are the theater staff members who work in the costume shop. They put together each outfit, do fittings with the actors, and generally make the designer's vision a reality.
So basically the designers illustrate the show with the characters and just decide what they're going to wear. And then we get the sketches, and then I look at it with the designer and I'm like, okay, we don't have anything like this in stock, we're going to have to build. Or is it something that we do have something like that in stock? Let's check the actors' measurements, go downstairs, see if what we have would work, because sometimes that happens and it's magical, and then that means we can either build something else that we weren't thinking we could, or we can put more time and energy into doing other things like hair and makeup and stuff like that.
It's cheaper and more eco-friendly to reuse old costumes, so we try to pull as much as we can from storage. As you can see, we have plenty to pull from. If pieces are good, but not quite perfect, they can be modified until they're just right.
In the making of things, it's a lot of historical research. It's a lot of sewing know-how.
So before tech, costumes are built and pulled out of storage, then altered and fitted to the actors as needed.
And then we put it all on stage, and that's the other part of the job where that happens, is we put it all on stage. People like you come and join us backstage and figure out how they're going to make these quick changes, how they're going to make it on stage looking like the design. Because it's one thing to make the garment, it's another thing entirely to make it look like the spirit that the designer wanted it to show up on stage. So if her hair isn't right, if their shoes aren't right, if they're not wearing the garment right, then it really won't look like what the designer wanted. So that's where wardrobe and the other run crew become hugely important in making the show actually realized.
But unlike the designer, costumers' jobs aren't done once the show is open. Costumes tend to take a beating during the show. Seams come undone, buttons fall off, fabric gets torn. After each performance, the actors let the costumers know if anything got damaged. Before the next performance, the costumers do repairs to make sure everything is in good shape.
And then, the extra part that no one wants to talk about, is then once the show is done, we have to take everything out of the dressing rooms and backstage and clean it, which is the other fun thing that often gets forgotten. So not only do we have to make everything, we have to figure out how we're going to clean it and get it dry and ready for the next show, which can be like 2 hours away, or it can be like, 3 days away.
Now, there's actually a third kind of job that falls under the costume umbrella. Costume crew, aka wardrobe. These are the people who help with the costume needs during a performance. If you're interested, check out the Run Crew video for a more detailed description.
Clothing is in fact a language, and what does it say about us and what does it not say about us? And if you're in the know, how can you interpret where this person is in life and what they're trying to tell you? At the end of the day, it's also so very simple. It's like my job is to make sure people don't go unintentionally naked on stage, and also just to pick up safety pins off the floor and do dirty laundry. Like, it's really simple, but on the other hand, it's like a whole world of excitement and fun and things that you never thought you would get to do that you get to do. So it's kind of fun that way.
When I'm working on a show, one of my favorite moments is seeing the actors in costume for the first time. There's something really magical about seeing them go from everyday clothes to truly becoming the character. If you want to be a part of that transformation, costumes may be the place for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you all at Portland Stage soon.